Nelly, Soldier Boy, Rick Ross, and it was
Snoop.
one more.
Snoop.
Snoop. Snoop is catching backlash for performing at events during the inauguration. Check it out. This is Nelly's Chris Cuomo interview and having a conversation about whether or not he's scared. He was scared of the performance backlash from the Trump situation.
It's good to have you. Thank you for joining us. What motivated your decision to be part of the night?
Thank you so much, bro. Well, first and foremost, man, I just want to say, man, I truly appreciate you. I'm one of your biggest fans. I watch your podcast all the time, and I want to say thank you because you do help me understand a lot when it comes to politics, as a whole. Because I'll be the first one to say I don't understand as much as I probably should, but you've helped me navigate a lot, and I just want to thank you for that. But what I want to say tonight, it's more about just respect for the office. You know what I mean? It's not about a campaign. This is not a campaign trail. This is not anything that I feel like I'm influencing people to sway either way on how they feel, but it's more about the respect and the honor of being invited for what I like to call the greatest country on the planet. And regardless of what differences we may have, it's all about coming together at this point and making sure that we are the most positive person that we can bring to the situation.
So as a result, again, Nelly, Snoop, Soldier Boy, and Rick Ross all performed at different events for the inauguration yesterday and stuff like that, and they catching a lot of backlash as a result of it. Sunday and Monday. What are your thoughts on that?
I think black people just want to find a reason to be mad.
Damn.
I literally I don't understand it. It's like all black people want all other black people to not like Trump. And it's like I don't get it. Like this one girl yesterday, she posted on her Facebook. It was a picture of Kamala and Joe Biden, and then she had like a tear emoji. And I say, "Get the fuck out the White House." And she fucking tried to go back and forth with me. I said, "You do know Kamala's not black." And that's all. That was my response when she started arguing because she didn't know what she was talking about.
But is there any other culture that call you a sellout if you do things that either A is in your best interest or B that you don't agree with them and you just got a difference of opinion?
Nope, that's it. You gotta be a blackity black nigga. Are you a coon in this bitch? Of course, I've been called that all my life, so I'm used to it. It's all good.
Have you?
Everybody's like, "Glenn, you're white. You're white." I don't really get it, but whatever.
What do you think about this, Carrie?
Well, first of all, I think that Nelly what he explained was great. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I do get it because, like I said before, when Trump ran the first time, I was a part of that ignorance. Like I was the artist who turned down performing. I'm like, yeah, that's right, don't go, But I admittedly was being a part of what Quentin just described. But at this point, I think that it's childish, it's petty, and it quite honestly shows how much of sore losers, and I say losers because people who didn't want Trump in office, I think they feel like they lost. Um, they're sore losers, as opposed to, like Nelly said, whether you like it or not, this is the position that is running our country. So, I mean, you're in the country. So, how long are you going to go down this whole field of I'm not going to participate? Like when I saw my cousin sent out some text that was going around for everybody to boycott watching the inauguration. And
I've seen that Jamal Bryant. Is that who you're talking about?
I don't know where it came from. It was
He's
clearly
a pastor.
forward. Well, I don't know because it was just a text message that was forwarded. So I don't know who started it. But what I thought was laughable, on top of the fact that they were actually asking people to do it, was in there. It said something like, "Let's show that we still have the power." And I was just like, this is like, how long do we do this? So I think it's stupid.
It was record breaking. It was watched all over the. I seen
That's why.
channels that was
That's why I'm
streaming
like,
it that had 145,000 people that was watching it all at the same time.
it was laughable. So
For some reason, I think that we think that we got more power than we do, but neither here nor there.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
Do
and
y'all
not for
think?
nothing. Oh,
Go ahead, Kerry.
No, I was just saying, and the other reason that I actually respected what Nelly said is because he has children. So to me, the way he's approaching it is showing even his kids the mature way to approach it. Not that he was against Trump or anything like that, but I don't know. I just think that it's time for people to grow up.
Do you think that it's a? Let me hit you with a follow-up question, Kerry. Do you think that it's a certain age to where people are supposed to grow out of the immaturity that comes along with, you know, only thinking that everybody is supposed to think the same way, or if you don't, then you a sellout and all of that stuff? Do you think that it's a certain age, and if so, what age are you supposed to grow out of that?
Sheesh. Yes, I definitely do. What age? I don't know,
It's not
Anton,
an
because
age.
I feel like I'm even late to the game with how much I learned this past year about politics. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I should have known way more than I already did.
But you
So,
don't
and
seem
not
like
not
the type of person, Carrie, to call somebody something crazy because they didn't vote. I mean, I understand when people are passionate about their candidate, but you don't seem like the type of person that was on that type of time. We
no.
gotta find some old footage of Carrie and find out where this remix came from. We gotta find this because she be describing all of these ways that she used to be, and I'd be like, where? Yeah, right. Get out of here.
But no, but what I will, that's not really me. But because this is such an area that I was so ignorant on, it was almost like I had no choice but to follow. I think I told y'all when I was against Trump, I really didn't know why. Because I was like, yo, I loved Trump in The Apprentice, but I guess we don't like him anymore. So
You
all
just
right, we
said it
don't like Trump.
because you was just
I was
going with
just following because I
with the
didn't know.
Negroes.
Normally I don't have a problem standing my ground with my own view, but I have backing for it with politics, money, government, like stuff like that. I didn't know enough about it to stand my own ground and have my own position on it. But now I'm homeschooling. My kids are at an age where they're asking stuff. I was like, you can't go with this whole ignorance card anymore because you're gonna have 4 kids behind you doing the same thing. So I had to learn. I had to get myself out of that spot.
Let me ask you another question, Carrie. You can choose not to answer this if you want to. Once you start going through your transition, and I think that it probably happened this past election cycle, once you start going through your transition of opening up to the possibilities of voting conservative or thinking outside of just the Democratic Party or whatever, were you and your husband going through the same thing at the same time? Was he still on the opposite side? Was he already there? What was that? What was that dynamic like?
Um, I think, well, I definitely, he wasn't there yet, but he also wasn't on the opposing side. He probably would fit in with the group of people who kind of are like, whatever, you know. So I think because of what I was doing, he started paying attention to more and more. And then coincidentally, for whatever the reason, this particular election seems to have drawn up more like unavoidable conversations. So he would say he'd be out on the road and, you know, these conversations would come up. So between what I would say, what I'd be watching, what we talk about, he naturally kind of started making his own way down that road too. And then we both ended up on the road together.
I got you.
I came across, I was in the Starbucks drive through today, and he was really nice to me. And then I got to the I was watching the Millionaire Morning Show. He goes, "What's on the news today?" And it was a Hispanic young gentleman. And I said, "Illegals."
Marco Rubio.
You should have seen that nigga's face. He said, "What's on the news today?" I said, "They're talking about illegals." And that nigga got so red. I was like, shit. Oh yeah. I just think like the topics are, I don't know. I think it's getting everybody. It's hitting home with everybody. Because I could remember as you get older, like I can remember working for the State Department of Education, and I was like 21 years old. The next person to me was 32, and they always used to just bitch about something, and I just didn't give a shit. Like they bitch about gas and groceries, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They used to fucking hate me.
Yeah.
But just when you get older, you just start hitting home more.
Molly, what do you think about the backlash? Or if you got an opinion about it at all, you don't have to have one, but in a general sense, do you think that all right, let me ask you a different question. I got a completely different question for you. Do you think that they can actually cancel Nelly, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, and or Snoop Dogg? Do you think that it's even possible for the culture, even with all of their backlash, to be able to cancel them at all?
The black community.
Yeah,
No, I don't think we can cancel them. White people love Nelly. I don't know if we know
they
that,
do. They
but
do.
they love Nelly. Like they will support him way harder than us. So we don't our numbers aren't big enough to cancel anybody. I don't know why they're getting backlash. I don't know why the black community is so close-minded in 2025. We can't move past the civil rights movement. We just can't. Everything has to be black or white. I don't know what fight we're even fighting anymore. So
Yeah,
I don't,
you know
who
what?
are we going to
You're right.
cancel? We don't,
I think you're right though, Molly, because when I think about all of those people, I would say that the majority of their core fan base is probably not even us.
yes.
I don't know anybody that's booking Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Like who hits up Nelly outside of him maybe touring with other people like, you know what I'm saying, the legends of hip hop or something like that. But when I think about the majority of the people that actually be at these concerts and these festivals, it's not us.
No.
It's not us. So now I'm trying to figure out, well, what's the backlash then?
We have to stay mad about something. If we're not mad, I guess we're not fighting a good fight. I don't know.
I will tell you, I went to 50 Cent's Vegas residency in the beginning of the year, right before CES. And it was the last show. I think he had did 6 shows and it was the last show. And I will tell you that the majority of the people that was out there, they looked like they was going to the CES conference. It was white boys, it was Chaldean women, it was Latina, it was everything. It was literally a melting pot of people that was at that show throwing their hands up and they were saying they knew every word and they was getting it popping. And there was some specks of black people and stuff in there too. But I will tell you that the majority of the people that was at 50 Cent's residency, they wasn't us. The people that were spending money, they didn't look like us.
Exactly.
Slimmy, what do you think about this whole situation, bro?
Rick Ross, Nelly, Soulja Boy. Who else?
Snoop.
Nah, what was the other person? You said
It was Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy.
Oh, it was just 4. Okay. Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. I don't really see the issue with them. With Snoop, he deserved it.
Why does Snoop deserve it?
He was talking hella shit last time. You know when Trump last time. He was talking real. I mean, he was talking real big shit. Like, oh, they can't find no jigaboos to perform for Donald Trump. Fuck him. Fuck all. You know, he looked real bad. He looked real bad in all this because he ended up performing and he was talking down on. So he deserved it. But other than that, I don't understand it.
Do you think that people reserve the right to be able to change their mind though?
Okay.
Of course. I'm just saying it's fair for him. It's fair for if people want to be mad about it, it's fair for him because he set himself up to stand on one side of the fence and he shifted. So they can be mad.
But see, I think that's of all of the people, and correct me if I'm wrong, I would say that of all of the people that was in this group of people that they get mad at, Snoop is probably the biggest of them all because he probably transcends the culture on a worldwide level bigger than everybody. I think that the person that will probably be least affected by anything that the black culture is saying is probably Snoop.
Oh, no. Don't get it wrong. Like, they can't do anything to him. They can't do anything to him. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they have the right to be mad at him. Like they could be mad at him. It's good reason, but they can't. Nobody can stop Snoop. Snoop can say whatever he wants.
So what about the financial aspect of it? What about the visibility? What about, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they was getting bags and they was getting paid and stuff like that. Does it only, in y'all minds personally, does it only matter about whether or not you align with the culture politically, or does it also matter about the fact that you are being compensated for your performance and you get in the bag?
Well, the thing is, the key to it is like as an artist, you strive to get paid to perform. That's your job. So that should just come with it. You should get paid to perform. Like for Nelly, who hasn't put out anything new for forever, that's good for him. That's dope. Like it's dope that artists who could be seen in one aspect as irrelevant, they could get paid. They could find a way to get a bag. Yeah. You know, because hip hop, they want to push older artists out anyway. So it's good to get a bag how you can. And if it's politically, it's politically then. You know, you gotta find ways to get paid. You got to as an artist. It's a totally different game.
Yeah.
This isn't like corporate America. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you working for the competition and then you switch over and you go to a different company. Yeah. And you can still get a bag. It don't work like that as an artist. Once the record label say, yo, we done with you, shit, they could slow up a lot of bags for you. They really can. So
and I would say
Snoop is not signed to a record label anymore, though.
He has his own.
Yeah, he probably not.
He has his own.
No, well, yeah, he's Death Row.
But I also think that the other component, especially for Snoop, because I mean, I don't think that this one performance like was a make or break for him monetarily, maybe as say a Nelly. And I don't know, I'm just saying that Nelly could be totally fine
Nelly
too.
Stay on tour.
That's right. He does. So his might be a little bit different. But to me, at this point, especially this go round with Trump, that's like a built-in connection right there, in my opinion. Like now you have officially created a rapport with him if you didn't have one already, or if you had one, it's strengthened purely because you were willing to be one of the performers to come and perform for him. So now down the line, you never know what you'll need, or you know what I'm saying? Like to me, that was a smart business move too.
What do y'all think about the whole idea of selling out? Just in general, when you think about selling out, what comes to mind? What's the mindset behind that when you think about that? As whatever age we are, what are your thoughts about people still talking about selling out?
For me, selling out is trying to be pro-black and criticize people who aren't necessarily pro-black, but at the same time still like going along with the rap music, the baby deletions. I think that's selling out, because it's like if you're going to be mad about something, you got to be mad about what's actually detrimental to the community, not somebody performing for a white person or the white person's inauguration.
So in your mind, it's the opposite of what the culture would say is selling out.
To me,
that's fair.
Being seen as somebody who's outsider to certain people, I feel like you're a sellout by being so pro-black, but never speaking against the issues that are actually detrimental to this culture.
Do you ever get bothered, Molly, when people come at you? Because I know that you're relatively new to the content creation scene and you're not really into social media as far as being visible on social media and stuff like that. Has it ever gotten to you when people have come at you and say, with a negative opinion or to talk about your perspective or anything like that?
No, because I've been hearing it for years. Not like as much as it is on the internet, but like in my own like neighborhood growing up. I would like black guys, oh, you're a sellout, da 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 da. So it didn't affect me any because it wasn't gonna change anything.
Usually most people, especially women, they are bothered by what's happening online. I think that women a lot of times are more bothered than what guys are sometimes. So
No, and I think it's because it's like I don't really know who's a real person making a comment and who's like a bot.
yeah,
And these people are really like deleting themselves from algorithms and bots in this artificial intelligence. So I'm like, you might not even be a real person. I am not gonna let you sway my emotions. I'm
yeah,
in control of how
Mm,
I feel at the end of the day. So
yeah. I
mm.
feel. No, I don't think that anybody. Somebody said Soldier Boy. Ain't nobody checking for Soldier Boy. Man, let me tell you something, boy. Soldier Boy is the man.
he is.
Soldier Boy is a lot of these rappers' fathers, and Soldier Boy been getting money for a long time. I don't think that anybody has the ability to cancel anybody at this point. And I will also go one step further and say people are so short-sighted. All of the money is over here. All of the money is on the conservative side. All of the money. The only people that's still getting money on the liberal side is the people that's race hustling and the people that are using y'all to continue to generate a bag and is a part of the boule. Other than that, ain't no money on the liberal side whatsoever. All, in my opinion, personally, and I could be wrong, I think that the majority of the bags, the majority of the resources, the majority of the networking. Look, when I sing, and this actually can help me leapfrog into the next conversation, and I'm gonna read the super chats after this next conversation. When I seen all of the billionaires sitting behind Trump, of all of the images, um, as a part of this inauguration and stuff like that, of all of the images, I believe that that was probably one of the most powerful images of any of the images that I've seen in this inauguration. He had everybody. He had the Google CEO, he had Jeff Bezos, the TikTok CEO, he had Elon Musk out there, and he had I'm missing one, Mark Zuckerberg. He had all of them and all of the SoftBank CEO, and they all was kissing the ring. And so when I seen that, I was like, man, we playing the wrong game. Honest to God, in my opinion, I was just like, people is they hustling backwards, they playing the wrong game, and we looking at this the wrong way.